What is going on, my Houston Texans family? That was an absolute fun game last night. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce, Coach Reed, and Pat Mahomes for winning their second Super Bowl together. And I have a prediction, and that is that the Houston Texans will hoist the Lombardi Trophy with Demeco Ryans as their head coach. I do believe in Coach Ryans and Nick Caserio because the staff that they are putting together, it is exciting, right? Yesterday, we are supposed to be just waiting for the Super Bowl to start, waiting for Rihanna at a halftime, and waiting for a great game. But it was the Houston Texans making some noise. It was also the Houston Texans getting some love from Ian Rappaport. He shouted out the Houston Texans for having a great, coaching, hiring process, bringing in great candidates. This is the first sign of national media love, and it's from Ian Rappaport, right? One of the best names right now in the NFL as in terms of reporting. Shout out to Demeco Ryans for already changing the narrative of the Houston Texans, and this just only excites me even more. And it was no coincidence that they wanted to do this on Super Bowl Sunday. I think Demeco and Nick made a statement, and that statement was that we are trying to turn this shit around ASAP, right? And what did they did to start off the day? Because this news came in waves. If you were on Spaces yesterday, follow me on Twitter at 713 capital HSP. Me, the lead, and John Crumpler just couldn't get out of a space because the Houston Texans kept on dropping hires and potential hires, and one of them was Bobby Slowick, who is now the offensive coordinator, former passing games coordinator for the 49ers. You are excited that that Shanahan system is back here in Houston. You are excited that he not only coached on offense but also coached on the defensive side with Demeco Ryans. The familiarity here should excite you. These guys know exactly what they want, and there should be no issue in terms of communication, in terms of all of that. I am excited for Bobby Slowick and Demeco Ryans together. They also signed Matt Burke, defensive coordinator. Now, this happened a couple days ago, but I like that the OC and DC are already set. Matt Burke obviously gave the J.J. Watt recommendation, who had a kind of resurgence right in his last season, 12 and a half sacks. His partner on the opposite side, Zach Allen, a kind of unknown, bursts onto the scene with 5.5 sacks. So Matt Burke was able to get production. Excited to see what he does with a non-existent, Houston Texans D-line. There hasn't been no type of pass rush, no type of, win rate against the run. Everyone's having a career day against this Houston Texans D-line. Hopefully, Matt Burke fixes that. I love the OC. I love the DC. And then I love the other staff that is coming out, right? Frank Ross, our special teams coordinator, he was retained. No surprise there. Kaimi Fairbairn, Cam Johnson, and John Weeks were the bright spot of the Houston Texans last season and were the only consistent part. That is crazy that your special teams was one of your, most best units last year. Another great hire comes for Demeco Ryans. We knew that he wanted to have his own kind of chief of staff or front office guy, and that was Nick Cray, who holds the boombox whenever he walks out of the tunnel. The energy is just coming to the Houston Texans, and it is getting contagious. We just could not stop talking about how good these Houston Texans hires were. Another good hire was Steven Adeoke, the safety coach, second-year guy in terms of coaching. We poached him from the San Francisco 49ers, but there is obviously something that Demeco Ryans likes in him to bring him to Houston, even though it's been 2 years. Matt Eubanks, our strength and conditioning coach, was retained. He's been with the Houston Texans in 2018. You don't have to do nothing there. And apparently, potentially, we bring in a Kubiak, a Clint Kubiak. John McClain kind of jumped the gun and said the Houston Texans were going to hire him, but that is not done yet. We will be remaining to see what happens, but I love the staff so far. I love the sense of urgency and the statement that they made on Super Bowl Sunday. Y'all guys let me know how you feel. Go Texans, and you guys have a very blessed day.